Sheila Tanner, FBI. Russ.
Looks like we're gonna have to call it in, Evie.
11 missed calls. The only number not blocked. Who have you been avoiding, Nick?
Hello?
Eve? You found her.
Shane, she's already...
Eve? Eve? If my brother's there, they're already dead.
Russ! 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 Agent down! Agent down! I need EMS and backup immediately to our location.
Go get him, Evie. Go get him, Evie. Go get him.
Morning.
Morning.
I'm sorry, Ange.
About what?
Not having a purpose doesn't give me an excuse to act like a jerk.
No, it doesn't. And you do have a purpose.
Look, I know the last couple of years have been tough.
Daniel, I just don't understand. Why is it so difficult for you to...
Well, sign up?
No. Believe in something bigger and better than just this life.
There we go again with the Christianese. Look, we've been over this, you know? Year after year, we've been through this. I just don't get it. I mean, you just woke up one morning and you just believed, and now I'm supposed to just follow you? This hasn't been easy on me either, you know? You've changed. You're a completely different person.
And you disapprove?
No, it's not that I disapprove. I don't get it. You know, you've changed. There's no doubt about it. You've changed for the better. You're a better person for it. It's just, I just can't seem to wrap my brain around stuff that you simply have no problem with.
I don't know why.
Just listen. You simply believe. I wish I could do that too, but I don't think that I can.
Baby. It's a leap of faith either way.
I know it is.
Do you even believe that Jesus existed?
Yes, and of course. There's overwhelming evidence, okay? Billions of people celebrate Christmas and Easter every year. I get that. I know that.
Okay, then why did they crucify him? What were they afraid of? I just wish you would open your heart and ask God to reveal himself to you, because he would. He will.
I'm gonna need more time, okay? Just give me more time.
Okay.
You know what? She'll fill it out later. Thanks.
Thanks.
You all right?
No, I'm not. I'm not all right.
Look, it's just part of the job. You have to accept it and move on.
Well, that should be very comforting to his wife and children.
It's not your fault, Eve.
I should have known. I knew he was there. I just had this...
Hunch?
Yeah.
He's good, Eve. You couldn't have known.
You know we have 7 nuclear weapons floating around within our borders? A suspect that won't give us an inch, and we have 2 people dead on our watch. How are we supposed to find these nukes?
Well, not by sitting here. We know almost nothing about Matthew Dean. Files the CIA gave us were worthless. We gotta get some answers.
What if we're supposed to fail?
What do you mean?
What if this really is God's plan?
I don't think nuclear weapons going off, killing hundreds of thousands of people, is God's plan.
So you do believe in God?
I don't know. I guess I've always thought there was something bigger than us. But that's about it. You?
My family went through an abrupt change in our beliefs when I was 12. And one night my father comes in and tells me about Jesus. You know, he told me that he would force me to believe, but, he believed that Jesus Christ died for him on the cross.
You never told me this before.
I never told anyone. It just never seemed poignant until now. Anyway, when I turned 18, I moved out of my house, and I kept in contact with my mother, but I rarely spoke to my father. It just seemed like every time we talked, our conversations would lead to talks about Jesus. He would just keep telling me that Jesus came down to earth to die for me on the cross so that I could be forgiven. Do you believe that?
I don't know. I guess I've always been more of a believe it when I see it type of guy, you know.
Me too.
What was he doing in the Middle East, Jack?
That's classified. I gave you the files.
The files were useless, and you know it. Anything that would have shed light on this was deleted. Now, what's the revolution of God?
Classified.
We have an imminent threat on our hands. We're talking about the destruction of the United States of America. Millions of innocent people will die. And you're passing off the classified stamp. What are you hiding, Jack? What are you hiding, Jack?
Easy. Come on.
Take your hands off me, son. Now. Supposedly, the Revolution of God is a group of high-ranking world leaders with plans for a new world order. but we have not been able to confirm or deny the validity of their existence.
We can. We have one of their operatives in custody, so we know they exist. We also have reason to believe that he's been in communication with Dean.
Dean is what we call a non-traditional operative. He's a covert operations specialist. He's a psychological operations expert in chaos theory and unconventional warfare. His real talent is destabilizing governments.
And we trained this guy.
You better start thinking a whole lot more like Dean if you have any prayer of catching him and finding those nukes. Yeah. We have our operatives working on this as well.
That's what I'm afraid of. Let's go.
Eve, Agent Daughtry, the car, please.
A couple of years back, a CIA analyst began using prophecy in the Bible to analyze events in the Middle East. There were some interesting results.
Like what?
Israel recapturing the Western Wall in Jerusalem after the Six-Day War. There was also a concern about an event we refer to as the rapture.
Wait, so people in the administration were actually concerned about the rapture?
Rapture meaning everyone vanishes.
Well, there are many interpretations about this, but yes. Losing a substantial number of military and key government personnel to an apocalyptic event such as this could be problematic at best.